everyone, and how are you doing? Today we're going to be going over something very peculiar, something maybe even a little bit spooky in some situations. If you've read the title, then you know what we're going over. We're going over the 9 moving statues that science might not be able to fully explain. Statues themselves are a little bit weird. They're supposed to be stationary for the most part, which I'm sure was the intention when they were built, but sometimes in rare situations, some people say that they have seen them move, blink, or in extreme situations bleed. But before we get into this phenomenon, make sure to like and subscribe down below to stay up to date on all of our content. So let's get into it. We're starting off big here with none other than Jesus. This video, which seems to be a statue of Jesus blinking, has hit the internet and drove a lot of discussion online. Plenty think it is either fraudulent or that it's some sort of animatronic that churches might have set up. I mean, this wouldn't be the first time either, as some churches do put up animated statues. But you know, some people might think it's real. We believe that a clear-cut and big investigation of where the statue is and the history behind it is probably in order. While trekking off the beaten path in New York's Catskill Mountains, 2 hikers discovered this strange, hand-carved statue in a small cave. 6 rusty nails had been driven into its eyes and a dirty length of cord was wrapped around its neck. Despite their better judgment, the explorers removed the figure and brought it back home. Soon after, though, dirty footprints and a pungent odor started to fill the house. They say they came into contact with a ghost of sorts with scary eyes, but it hasn't been seen since. They eventually donated it to a traveling museum of haunted items. Never take home seemingly old artifacts unless you want trouble. Surprisingly enough, there is also other situations regarding moving statues that other religions have reported. In the case of a blinking Buddha statue, it was quite frightening for some and scary for others. In a large visiting spot full of people, it said the Buddha statues would blink and move their hands. While there were many people there saying they saw it, others have said it was an optical illusion. Either way, very intriguing. Now, I think after everything we've seen of objects and artifacts, it might be best to leave them where you found them. You can never be too sure of what kinds of curses you might bring upon where it is. In this video, an Egyptian statue can be seen turning while no one is at the exhibition for the Egyptian items. Some people fully believe that this item was moving on its own, unshaken by the striking evidence presented, but despite that, we think it's probably a good idea to leave these types of items alone regardless. I would certainly hate to be in Ireland in 1975. In 1975, there were rumors about up to 30 Mary statues moving around the church grounds where they were located. Now this is very scary, but it also caused protests that quite a few people got angry about, and those people were angry about people worshipping statues, or idols. They then decided to break the statues. It doesn't matter what religion you are, moving statues are one of the biggest creep factors in the entire world. Another statue of Mary is the cause of a lot of people being very excited and visiting around the world. The video here shows a family that owns a statue that apparently has healing oil coming from its eyes. Now it's important to note that seeing isn't always believing and that there has been many scams regarding this type of situation. While we can't say for sure what's happening, and the fact the Vatican hasn't said it's a miracle, it's best to keep our eyes peeled and make sure to always look behind you. The Hindu religion is full of many types of colorful and storied gods and goddesses which have led to many statues in India. This is a statue of the Hindu goddess of destruction Shiva. They say it's a good luck charm to have in your house, but I'm not entirely certain about that after seeing its eyes move. I'm sure some people would take the eyes of this statue moving and feel safe, but I'm sure others might be frightened indeed, which is why I don't keep any statues personally. Have any of you seen the movie Annabelle? Well, then you'll probably hate this next statue, or rather doll if anything else. In the footage, a girl is talking when her doll turns its head and takes a good hard look at her. From what I'm seeing, the doll was either evil and was trying to scare the girl, or the doll is tired of her and really wanted to be put down, which the girl did by throwing it to the ground in fright. We certainly say this is one of the scarier points on our list. One more statue coming from the Hindu religion is of Krishna, another major god of Hinduism. In the footage, you can see a leg or an arm move a bit. The statue itself has some big eyes, and it only amplifies the creepy level of this statue. We aren't sure if a formal investigation has taken place for this situation or not, but until it does, we cannot be truly sure of the nature of this movement. Ghost or fraud, that'll be for you to decide. Statues are stable things, until they're not. If you decide to have a big statue in your living space after these videos, then you're certainly braver than me. For the rest of you, we're happy you turned into this list of ours, and as always, have a great one.